The time has come for you to stop people pleasing and grab life by the balls and make it your bitch. Stop fucking playing with yourself right now. Okay, I don't know where this video is gonna go, but I'm gonna give y'all a little rundown. This whole year, the year of the 9, has been a transformational year. So the year of the 9 is the year of Oya, the year of Lilith. I have been going through a lot of Lilith activations. What I mean by that is, like, this whole year, ever since January 1st, I've had 3 dreams back to back. January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd, of snakes. One was me eating a snake. One was a snake giving birth. That represents rebirth. The first one was like me eating a snake was like the Ouroboros, where the snake's eating itself. Yeah, I mean the cycle's ending, a new one's beginning. It's been a year of sheddings. So I did the Sacred Women program with Queen Afua, and that was a whole transformation within itself. On top of this, I mean, I think it's all divinely aligned on how it all came together, but my God, y'all, I was at that altar crying, purging, letting go of all, like, my past, like, I ain't gonna say past selves, but I guess yeah, past selves from this lifetime, not like the past lives, but from this lifetime. Everything that I was holding on to, any grudges, any resentments, all the shit that just did not serve me was being gutted out. Gutted the fuck out. So I just know, like, if I'm going through this, then the collective's going through this, because we are all seeing 10-10. Like, I just saw 10-10 in my mind's eye. Yeah. So it's a lot of transformation centrals going on. And then, like, I remember one time, I'll never forget. I will never forget. Literally, like, I was at my altar crying, and I felt a part of me, like, shed off of me. And then, like, the next day, my friend calls me and said, hey, why did you say goodbye in my dream? Like, where'd you go? And I was like, that was an old version of me. I just did a whole, like, shedding, crying meditation session, and an old part of me just died. And that's why in your dream, I said goodbye. Because the part of me that you once knew is gone. Am I sweating? I'm glistening. I'm just gonna take it as that. Anyways, I'm making this video because I want to start doing, like, channel messages on here, because I get a lot of downloads, and I'm like, is this for me? Or is it for the collective? Or is this for both of us? I don't know. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. So with that being said, let's talk about Lilith, y'all. I'm that because I motherfucking said so. That's the song I keep hearing in my head, and that's the confidence I feel. Like, this whole year has been a stripping of people pleasing, of doubt, of just negative self-talk, anything that just does not pour into me or into my womb space or into my yoni, anything that just does not serve me as a divine feminine woman, got the fuck out. It left. It got purged. It got acknowledged. It got addressed. But it fucking left. Because I'm not dealing with that shit no more. I was like, why the fuck would I put myself last? Do you know how valuable I am? That's the attitude you have to have with yourself. Like, you have to know your worth. Like, this year has been all about learning, unlearning limiting beliefs, patriarchal systems, and relearning truth about the divine feminine and our self-worth and our self-love. And I'm like, oh my God, think about your inner child. How do you talk to your inner child on a daily basis? Are you criticizing them on a daily basis? Stop fucking doing that shit, or I'll whoop your ass. You don't deserve that shit. And I know it's programming, but you have the option to unprogram. You don't even have to entertain it. And I know. Sometimes it's unconscious. But I'm telling you right now, if you're seeing this video, you about to be conscious of it, and you're going to stop it right now, today. Girl. Like, this year, this is a new journal. I filled up a whole journal this year. I just got a new journal. It's already halfway filled. Mind you, I got it in August. Already halfway filled, because I like writing. And when I'm writing, I'm getting all the downloads from spirit. And eventually, I'm going to turn these into a book one day. Like, okay, let's read this one. 9/12. I don't know what today is. I'm going to assume it's the 16th or the 17th. 9/12. 11/11. Awakening Day. Today, I cried tears that heal from my sacral chakra, but for some reason I wanted to say solar plexus. I stopped repressing my emotions and allowed them to flow all the way. Now, oh, I'm a feeling. No, I felt all of them emotions, because a part of me before, because mind you, I just went through a whole death and rebirth process like 2 days ago. Before, I was like, let me not, what if I feel all my emotions all the way and hurt and piss other people off? Do you hear how absurd that shit sounds out loud? I had to ask myself that. I was like, Lexi, you deserve to feel your emotions. It's a fucking human birthright. Continue. I stopped repressing my emotions and allowed myself to feel them all the way. My ancestors and Mother Yamoja comforted me all the way. I opened TikTok about doing a freezer. I opened TikTok about doing a freezer spell for my bills and financial stress because I am tired of crying and being exhausted about the same damn thing. Now, when it comes to money, money is an energy you have to master. You have to recognize that you are worthy and it's already inside of you. Like, money is an energy that already exists inside of you. It's just based on how much you worth or value yourself. So, like, that's why you see, like, a lot of dark, divine, feminine women, they don't stress about money. We don't stress about money. You know why? Because it exists inside of us and the world loves to give it to us because we receive it. We are attracted in. That's why men are always on their knees. Take my money. Give me my money. Give me my money. Thank you for my money. Thank you for my money. Give me my money. That's actually a song. That sample. Okay, I have a story about that. Oh my God, I know this is all over the place, but I had to give you a story time about that sample because I remember one time when I was working, I did quit my job back in May. I was waiting to get my check from my job. And I was like, give me my money. Give me my money. Thank you for my money. Thank you for my money. Give me my money. Anyways, I make music, by the way. It's in my bio if you guys want to listen to it. Okay, so back to money. Money is just an energy. I know it sounds like, what? But you have to really unlearn and relearn your truth. Money is the energy that we receive. Women, we are inherently worthy because we bring life into this planet, and there's so many other powers and other things that make us so worthy. But that is one of the tip of the iceberg. Like, girl, what the fuck do I look like working for money? You are the currency. You are worthy simply because you exist. You don't need to go out and prove yourself to anybody that you deserve or need to earn money. Get that. Okay. So I think this whole storm was divinely placed so that I could wake up to my full witchy power, to tap into my ancestral magic and create reality based on my own terms. Let's face it, that's what the elitists and people in power do. Literally, they do magic, and I realized, oh, witches do magic to create their own reality, just like how the witches and, you know, the higher ups do to make their own matrix. Basically, magic is a tool to create your own matrix. You are magic. Create your own fucking matrix, dog. Anyways, Spirit is simply giving me the tools to express mine, my creations, my own sacred magic. I feel myself falling in love with it more and more every day. I mastered and unlocked my subconscious mind and 0.0 energies within myself. Let's talk about 0.0 for a second. I'm getting hot. I might turn the car back on. Hold on. Oh, wait. I'm all the way. I'm kind of short, guys. Because I'm hot. Anyways. 0.0. That was unlocked within me this summer, was recognizing my 0.0 like consciousness. Because I always like refer to my higher self or just like the universal energies that reside inside of me as 0.0. And I didn't know that was actually what it was called because I saw other people calling it 0.0 or 0 point consciousness. And how my mind, like how I perceive 0.0, okay, this is how I perceive the universe. Because I'm telling you, witchcraft and science is the same fucking thing. And math is all the same thing. Think about a graph. Actually, I have a handy dandy notebook right here. Let me go to a blank page and draw a little graph for you. All right? Let's see. There we go. Okay. Okay. Positive, negative, 0.0. Oh, can you see? Yeah, okay. This is 0.0 consciousness. This is where everything is created from. Of course, there's a left-hand path. There's a right-hand path. Where the fuck you want to go is up to you. But then again, you need both to survive. And I don't want to use the word to survive. You need both to create. You need both to exist. That's a better word. You need both to exist. If you're all the way over here, of course, you know, that ain't good for nobody. If you're all the way over here, you burn the fuck out, because why the fuck you shine your light so much without no... Sometimes you gotta turn off the lights and go to bed. But you over here want to burn your light. Don't read my passage, guys. Sorry. But sometimes you just want to people please and do all this other shit. And I'm like, wait, I can't even see. I hope y'all can see this. You don't need a people please shit. Okay? And you also don't need to be an asshole all the fucking time. You need to balance it out, have boundaries, to be assertive when you need to be. That's basically what I'm trying to break it down to you. But point zero consciousness, think about it. Everything existed or came about from point zero. Biblically, Genesis, talking about in the beginning it was darkness. Yeah, we all came from darkness. Your womb is dark inside. When you plant a seed in the dirt, it's dark. We all come from darkness, quote unquote. And we've been taught that darkness is evil, but there's nothing evil about it. Because if you were to say darkness is evil, then you would say black people are evil. Clock it. Anyways, we all came from the melanated womb, universal mother. Okay, the universe is consisted of melanin. That's why they say it's the darkness. Okay, that's where the fuck we come from. And don't get me wrong, there's a positive side, there's a negative side to all of this. You must stay grounded and balanced between the two, the left and the right. Okay. So when I got my point zero consciousness activated, I realized that everything is literally energy. It's atoms, and even if you break the atoms down further, it's just these little specks of light or just these little specks of matter. And I'm like, so this makes up everything within the universe. So the same energy that made the sun, the stars, the moon, the planets, the earth, and everything else around me is inside of me. So I'm God. I'm goddess. Of course, now we're co-creators. I don't want all this control. You know what it's like to have, I mean, yes, you have full control of your life, but don't get me wrong. Imagine you try to control every single thing. Doesn't it feel good to surrender to a higher power because you don't feel like doing all the extra stuff sometimes? Like, you put in the work, you did your part, you met the universe halfway, now the universe is taking it from there. That's what I'm getting at. I like that. Some people be like, oh, this is blasphemy. It's not, because if you're a child of God, wouldn't that make you a God, dog? God, goddess. I call it point zero because it's it starts off as a it. This is how my brain perceives the universe. Point zero consciousness. Point zero said, let's become a mother. Wait. What about my component? I'm bored. Father. Mother, Father, God. Another term or another name for Mother, Father, God is Mawulisa. That's from the Alpha cosmology, and Al-Kabulan is the original name of Africa. And then it descends down into like the other, if you think about it, you create your own universe as wherever the fuck you want it to be. Like, there's no right or wrong answer. It's whatever you want it to be. It's whatever you believe in. And if you believe in something so much, then of course it'll come to pass. That's why they say believe in yourself, believe in your power, believe in yourself, and just believe in your capabilities, because then it'll come to pass. So I hope that makes sense. I'm just dropping a lot of knowledge on y'all today, because I was literally last night, this is what I love about being a woman. I'm reclaiming my sexuality. It's beautiful. I'm a Scorpio, by the way. And for the longest, I feel like I had to suppress that part of myself. But I'm like, why? Who taught us to suppress our own sexuality while the whole world runs rampant? And I'm like, men. But I don't want to sound like a Miss Sanders on here. I'm not trying to be like them, okay? I actually do love men. Men that are wise and balanced and healed their own feminine energy. But you know what I mean when I say men, okay? Let me make that very, very abundantly clear. Like, it's something about putting a mirror down there. I don't even want to say down there, because you see how deep this condition is? When you put your legs up and put a mirror down there and you look at her and you tell her how much you love her, how much you appreciate her, how much you just love yourself, how beautiful she is. You probably think it's weird, don't you? You probably think free bleeding's nasty, don't you? Ye are goddesses. Ye are powerful. And until you accept that power, the world will remain in this state. But of course, we are going up and up and up and up in frequency, because that's why the fifth dimension is doing its thing. Yeah. And that's why I like to come on here and tell you guys about my divine truth, which is essentially your truth if you accept it. I love doing mirror work. You should try it. You should have some my favorite affirmation channel is Sweet and Easy Affirmations. Just have some sort of divine feminine or just like a femme fatale affirmation video playing with your mirror up, and then just say those affirmations to her. She's going to love you. I mean, she loves you regardless, but she's going to really awaken, and that self-love is going to deepen within inside yourself, because you finally see yourself fully and not in a very fractionized version of how society tells you to see yourself. Do you pick up what I'm putting down? Do you understand? It's all an illusion. So make it, hold on. There's a person in my midst. Okay, I don't know if you guys hate her or whatever. Anyways, mirror work is very, very important, especially reclaiming your beauty. Like, the one thing about Mama Lilith, she taught me to love every single part of myself and to accept my own beauty, to become secure within myself, because I used to be an insecure motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to always be like, I want that, or be jealous of other people and what the fuck they have, and I'm like, I want that too. Lexi, you do have it. You just gotta go inside yourself. Lilith heard me and she's like, okay, go inside yourself. The hell, lady just walked into. Anyways, you have to go back inside yourself. So instead of going outside yourself to get picked, to get chosen, to get whatever the fuck you're seeking externally, you have it internally. I'm telling you, because your 0.0 consciousness having a human experience, you lack nothing. Lack is an illusion. You have everything inside of you. Do you pick up what I'm putting down? Do you pick up what I'm putting down? Okay. Like, let me tell you something. This car that I'm in, right? Me and this car have been through it, especially like financially. I'm gonna give you a story. It's in my mom's name, right? Sometimes I can't make the payments, and it was getting to a point where she was about to sell it. I was like, no. One day, I'm going to receive so much money. This is the faith that I've been operating on this whole entire year. One day, I'm going to receive money to pay this car off and to have it in my name. You don't have to sell it. And guess what I did? Pussy magic. What's that, you ask? I have an ebook in my bio that explains it further, but I'll tell you what it is. Remember I was saying to say those affirmations about how much you love yourself, how much you appreciate your yoni, how much you just love and value your yoni, your vagina, whatever you would like to call her. Give her a name or something. I don't know. But like, I would sit there, like, I will get so turned on by the fact that I love myself so much that my own sexual energy started to, like, you know what it's like when you start getting turned on and you feel that, I don't know if you guys are into energy, but I feel the energy like revving up and it's like crystallizing. It's just like, and just like ascending and doing all that. And that's a potent energy. That is your creator energy. Having sex is the closest thing to God. Just random fact. But anyways, it's that creator energy. It's that 0.0 consciousness. It's that goddess energy. It's that love. It's that abundance. It's that prosperity. It's that So once you're at that peak, aka climax, whatever you want to call it, and you are, what's the word I want to use? I don't want to say secreting, because that sounds so scientific. When you're flowing with the juicy fruit, you're going to take some of the juicy fruit and you're going to put it on whatever you are manifesting. So with this car, what I did, I hope my mom don't see this, Lord. What you're going to do is you're going to take some of your abundance juice and you're going to put it on the object. And when I did that, I felt the shift in the air. It was like the universe took a screenshot. Like, that's how it felt. And ever since then, this car has been binded to me. I said the car's not going nowhere. You know why? So I just did some pussy conjure to keep it here. Do you see how powerful that is? Now I have the money to pay it. Now the money is here, and now it's like, wow, I really did that. But that just goes to show that's a fraction of our power. And that was it. That was just me. There was no man involved. There was no DJing. There was just me meditating on my yoni and the powers of my yoni which kept this car here. Pussy Magic 101. I'm telling you, we are very powerful. And until we step into this power, you will find yourself going external, or you will find yourself going outside yourself to get what you want. That is what Mama Lilith has taught me this year, is that I have everything I need inside of myself, and that my pussy is very, very powerful. I see why men go to war. Like all these wars that are happening right now. I saw a TikTok creator, what was her name? I don't know. But she was basically saying like, yeah, all these wars are not about minerals or what's it called? Natural resources. It's about pussy. And I'm like, I can see that. Men, they can get very, very possessive about women, and that's why all these laws are being passed about our bodies, and they just trying to control our bodies, because they know once we start controlling our bodies, essentially it controls them, because that's their primal like state, and they don't want to be controlled in that manner, but they have no choice because that's literally their biology. Don't you just love being a woman? Like, I have this book. I'm always going to promote this book, especially if you're African American. You need to read this. It talks about how the world started and how colonialism came in. Actually, let me really break this down a little bit further, because that was very surface level. It talks about African matriarchal societies before we got colonized, and how we had got colonized, and how slavery started. It talks about how we were in power, and then of course our counterparts got egotistical because they were listening to other colonizers, and they gave away our secrets. We got overthrown. I recommend every Black woman to read this book. We are Amanjancies, aka high priestesses. That is the original ancient term for high priestess, is Amangansi. So that's how I've referred to myself as Amangansi. So I don't know where else this video is gonna go other than to tell you that you want to manifest with your, then you need to do some self-love work. Because I'm telling you, divine feminine energy is the key to breaking out of this quote-unquote matrix. Because I'm telling you, the old ways are done, of working a 9 to 5, of giving your power away. Because essentially, like, this is how I see jobs, or 9 to 5s. You have to basically mask and perform, which means you're suppressing your ideal self, your authentic self, to be accepted, which subconsciously tells you that you're not enough, that you have to mask to be accepted. And I think that's just warfare itself. Then when you get on the job, you have to go through a hazing process to see if you can be a part of the team long term, or if you really fit in. And then if you don't fit in, you get bullied, you get ostracized, you get singled out. That was my experience working a 9 to 5. And then you have to constantly perform, which means you're constantly hyper vigilant and making sure it's basically like you are basically in survival mode, making sure like, okay, I gotta make sure I keep this job, and it's just not from a place of, oh my god, a yellow butterfly. I have a song called Yellow Butterfly, by the way. And basically you're just doing things that aren't in alignment with you, basically proving yourself to a manager, which is another human being who is the same exact level as you. Like, these titles, at the end of the day, we are all just matter. Humans, we give each other that hierarchy. Somebody who probably honestly vibrating lower than you, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but you know what I'm talking about though. And basically you have to constantly prove that you're a good employee. Does that sound good to you? That's just how I perceive 9 to 5s. Like, and then okay, you gotta tap dance to get a promotion, but you gotta kiss ass to get a promotion. Or if you're into the hoodoo, or like just the magical side of things, you can work the room, you can work a root or something. But it's just like, do you have to do all that just to get some more money? That old way of being, of earning money, you don't need to do that shit, bro. You get paid to exist because you are goddess in the flesh, having a human experience. You bringing life into this world, you being the portal of life into this dimension is enough. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of your power. I'm still learning my power. I ain't gonna say I scare myself, but I'll be like, oh, I did that. Let me do it again. You feel me? Like, that's why the system, like, okay, I would say 9 to 5s are like perfect for men because it's based around their system anyway. We have flows, like we have the menstrual, we have the follicular, we have the ovulation phase, we have the what's the other one, luteal. Like we operate in phases. They can operate on that timeline, the 9 to 5, and some of them realize they can't do it no more either. But that's not my ministry to talk about. Okay. You get what I'm saying though? Like, the whole system was taught and programmed so that way you don't know about the truth about the divine feminine. That's why with the rise of the divine feminine, I personally love it, because it's happening in a way because the Mother Earth vibration is rising. She's going through purging. She's like, we need balance. It's been a lot of wounded masculine energy, and I'm not saying that we don't need masculine energy. Masculine energy for women, especially divine feminine women, it comes in the forms of entrepreneurship, but it still has a sense of ease to it. It's not like a sense of like how it is before. Like, it's still a sense of ease and flow, even when we're in our working state. And because we don't see it as work, we see it as a form of love, because we're doing something that uplifts the collective at the end of the day. And it also can pop up in the form as a divine masculine man actually coming in to worship you. Like, if he's not bowing down on his knees, if he's not worshiping the ground you walk on, why the fuck is you with him? I want to tell y'all something so bad. Y'all probably gonna think I'm crazy. Because, like, you need to have someone more obsessed with you than, well, no, how can I say this? Because I'm obsessed with myself, and that reflects back in my reality with whoever I'm dating. So it's like a reflection. People think, oh, you need to have men obsessed with you. They'll do it naturally when you're obsessed with yourself first. Because my own ex said I hope he does not see this. I really do. He'd be stalking me still. But he drank my blood one time. I know. Hold your fire. I didn't know he was gonna do it. I didn't even know he was gonna do it. He told me afterwards. I was like, what the hell? That's just how powerful, I'm trying to tell you how powerful the yoni is. It wasn't like a whole globe. It was like a drop, by the way. And I was like, why did you do that? He said, I need you. I was like, do you see how men act? It's a primal instinct within them. I'm trying to tell you, it's very primal. What else happened? Yeah, it's the same man that said he'd drink my bath water and he would stiff my stinky armpits. Yeah. As a woman, all you have to do is breathe and exist. You don't have to do anything. And it took me a long time to learn that too, because I had to do all the deconstructing, all the deprogramming, because you have to learn your worth, like becoming worthy and knowing that you're worthy of such worship, of such love, of such respect, knowing your power as a woman. That's why men hate you. That's why they're in that state of, they don't like feeling taken advantage of. But I feel like men who perceive stuff like that only see things from a state of lack, because a wise man knows that if he invests into his woman, his money multiplies. That's just science. Even not just science, it's actually spiritual and science. This video is getting long. I wonder if there's any other messages I need to tell y'all. I think I'm starting doing this more, because I'm always watching videos like this on my YouTube and they be hitting, and I be getting a lot of downloads. This is just one of the many notebooks I have with all like my thoughts. I think I'm gonna start doing this more. Yeah. So if you guys like this video, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. I guess I gotta start saying that now, so that way YouTube doesn't think I'm a bot. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm new here. And make sure you check out my other subliminals, and I'm going to upload a Lilith subliminal soon. I just uploaded another subliminal about setting boundaries. Oh, another thing Lilith has taught me this year is setting boundaries, saying no unapologetically, knowing my worth so deeply and feeling it so deeply. Like, oh, if someone were to say, or someone were trying to make me guilty for saying no, I'll be like, I said no. And I don't give a fuck if you feel like you're disappointed or you're just feeling like, people really feel entitled to you. And that's just a clear indicator somebody does feel entitled to you. You say no, and then they start acting like a hissy fit. Click, boom, delete. Okay, but I'm gonna end it here. This video is vulnerable, but I think that's the time we're in, like vulnerability. I'm like, oh my gosh, should I upload that? Yeah. I'm gonna upload it. All right, guys. I love you so much. Bye.